could you even notice that I don't look to your ocean? My lifeline seems to be broken, seems to be broken. Ooh, do you even notice me? Do you even notice me? It's getting hard to trust the fall. When I can't tell if you'll be there to catch me when I do. Why do I keep giving it all? When you give me only a fraction of what I give you. Even notice that I don't look to your ocean. My lifeline seems to be broken, seems to be broken. Ooh, do you even notice me? Do you even notice me?
I can feel the sky under my own feet. So surreal and sweet. 'Cause honestly with you I can feel something. Oh yeah. Holding on to you in the middle of the night. Yeah, when all the stars collide. Holding on to you. We live for the day, no time to waste. Call me and save me. Say that you love me. Say that you care for me, yeah. Tell me you need me. Dark moments of doubt when the world is too loud. Through dark and stormy nights I can count on you. 'Cause you're so good. 'Cause even in the darkness you still find me. Call me and save me. Holding on to you in the middle of the night. Yeah, when all the stars collide. Holding on to you. We live for the day, no time to waste. Call me and save me. Say that you love me. Say that you care for me, yeah. Tell me you need me. Dark moments of doubt when the world is too loud. Call me and save me. Say that you love me. Say that you care for me, yeah. Tell me you need me. Dark moments of doubt when the world is too loud. Call me and save me. Say that you love me. Say that you care for me, yeah. Tell me you need me. Dark moments of doubt when the world is too loud.
Don't believe what you've been told. It would only make you cold. They forget how to music is my escape. I sing the truth in my song. Record it on a tape. Live a legacy for myself. Remain silent. Remain silent. Reaching for you, baby, sick of all the silence. Come and light up the dark. We can blame it on the liquor or the timing. You ran off with my heart. Give me a reason, or give me a love. I'm picking up all the pieces of us. Babe, I don't know you're sleeping without me there in your arms. Did I break you too? Baby, let me know. Are you burned and bruised? Have you let this go? Did I break you too? Baby, let me know. Did I break you too? Got me feeling like I wish I never met you. Had you break me apart. All my memory and babe, you haunt this bedroom. Wanna be where you are. Give me a reason, or give me a love. I'm picking up all the pieces of us. Babe, I don't know you're sleeping without me there in your arms. Did I break you too? Did I break you?
Let's go. What is up, boys? We're once again live. We're live earlier than normal, which is good. Not like early by any means. Turn this down. Not early. We're still 10 o'clock, but you know, earlier than normal. That's how we roll. That is how we roll. So, no real plans tonight. I just threw a thumbnail together and kind of made a title off the thumbnail. I'll be honest. So we're gonna talk about Lauri at some point because I feel obligated to. But the Jazz did release a video showing like behind the scenes stuff with the draft lottery. It's not really like anything we haven't seen. It's like kind of like everything we did see combined into one video. So we can watch that, which will be fun. Then we can watch some Lauri highlights, do that kind of stuff. Yeah. Then we can watch some highlights of Darren and stuff. We've got time tonight, obviously. But yeah. Let's watch it, shall we? Again, they did post this today, 11 hours ago. So, good shit. Let me turn the music down a little more. Alright. Also, you'll notice I got rid of the subscriber goal thing below me and on my other screen here, because it was fucking. It wouldn't update. It said I had 60 or 61 subs, but I had 79. So like I don't know why it wouldn't update. I tried like deleting it and like adding it again, and it still kept saying 61. So I don't know what the fuck is up. So there's that. So I got rid of that. Maybe eventually I'll fix that or figure out how to fix it, and we'll put the subscriber goal thing back. But until then, enjoy more space for the chat that does not exist. So congrats, dude. Enjoy that. But yeah, let's watch this video, see what's up.
Here in Chicago, a huge day for the Utah Jazz.
It's a really important tool for us to help build this winning team.
This is one of those days the NBA never forgets.
This is where they'll find out what position they'll be in for this talented NBA draft.
No matter where you fall in the top 10, you're going to get a really good player.
These could really be franchise stars that we're talking about here.
You're in a lottery, you're going to get top tier talent that could potentially turn into a franchise-like player.
This is a moment that can change everything.
This is Keontae George from the Utah Jazz. I'm excited to announce that I'll be representing us at the NBA Draft Lottery on Sunday. You know, I usually wear this necklace around just for some good luck. So, you know, my outfit, you'll see the little necklace on, and, you know, hopefully, you know, we get some good luck.
I'm too fancy schmancy. I ain't even never worn something like this, so we about to figure out how to swag this out.
Special moment for me, obviously, just because, you know, growing up watching like every little thing that goes around the league, even as little as just watching the lottery. I've watched it, you know, many times, and it'll mean a lot to just represent a big time organization, you know, organization that believed in me and I'm a part of, so.
A big time organization. You see that, dude? We're a big time organization. Big time.
Well, you know, it should be fun.
Welcome to the 42nd annual NBA Draft Lottery.
One of the most anticipated days on the NBA calendar every single year. In just a few minutes, the order will be revealed and the future will begin to take shape.
Here's NBA Deputy Commissioner Mark Tatum, who will reveal the lottery picks.
Thank you, Malika. Good luck to the teams. The 14th pick in the 2026 NBA Draft goes to the Charlotte Hornets. Picking 6th is the Brooklyn Nets.
That means that Utah is going to be in the top 4. And then there were 4.
Look, I don't want to be too critical here. How does Danny not know what the fuck is going on? Like, you know what I mean? Like, Justin clearly gets it. Justin's like, we moved up, bro. We moved up. And Danny's just like, we moved up? Huh? Like, fucking look at this.
That means that Utah
He's
is
like,
going to be in the top 4.
Whoa!
And then there were 4 going to be in the top 4.
Okay, rewatch that. Very
Picking 6th
Ooh.
is the Brooklyn Nets.
That means that Utah is going to be in the top 4.
I don't want to like compare apples to oranges here, but that was very Joe Biden-esque. Very like, huh? I don't know. I'm criticizing, dude. I'm sorry, Danny. You're the GOAT. You're the GOAT and you know it, okay? But it's just funny.
And then there were 4. The Washington Wizards, the Utah Jazz, the Memphis Grizzlies, and the Chicago Bulls.
The 4th pick in the NBA Draft goes to the Chicago Bulls. The 3rd pick will be made by the Memphis Grizzlies. Picking 2nd will be the Utah Jazz.
You're alongside their young core. Hey, Will, you say wow. Yes, there's the number 1 pick, but in a draft class like this, selecting at 2, this would be a number 1 draft pick in many, 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 many other drafts.
It's real exciting, knowing the type of talent that we can add to the group. Up top has, I mean, you know, I had the most confidence in them just because I know they'll find the right guy to fit our team, fit our culture.
Feels great. It's a really important tool for us to help build this winning team. So couldn't be more happy.
No, it's gonna be fun. You know, the changes we made, adding Trip, I think it'll be fun. I think the city deserves, you know, for us to finally you know, kind of, you know, take off.
Damn straight, dude. Damn straight. You got it wrong, Keontae. It's not just the city, it's the state, dude. It's the whole state. And Idaho. There's people in Idaho I know that are fans, and I'm sure there's people in Wyoming that are fans, and I'm sure there's people in Vegas that are fans. You know what I mean? So, relative. Is there anything like else that'll pop up if we kind of want to watch here? Not really. Nothing popping up. Obviously, new jazz notes from Ben Anderson popped up today, so that was sick. You should have watched that. Ben Anderson and Chandler Holt. Good shit. It's on the KSL Sports YouTube channel. Go watch that shit.
Like, you need those kinds of players.
I'm already halfway through if you couldn't tell, so go watch. Jaren Jackson Jr. trade, that's, we can watch that. How grade.
I was sitting around waiting on.
We'll watch this, talking about the Jaren Jackson Jr. trade months later, obviously. And then we'll watch some Lauri highlights and get into that, and then go from there.
I was sitting around waiting on the James Harden, Darius Garland trade to happen, and instead we get this. It's Jaren Jackson Jr. going to the Utah Jazz amongst some other players in exchange for Walter Clayton, some other guys, and 3 future first-round picks from Utah. This is a very surprising trade. We've had conversations on this channel about Jaren Jackson possibly getting traded this deadline over the last 4 to 6 weeks, ever since the Ja stuff came out, where it became clear Memphis was listening to trade calls on Ja Morant. And the concept of trading away Jaren Jackson did always make sense. After you trade away Ja, you go into a full, complete rebuild in a span of 9 or 10 months. You traded Desmond Bane, Ja Morant, and Jaren Jackson Jr. However, they decided to go ahead and make this move without, as of this recording, any trade package put together in exchange for Ja Morant. And anything they would get for Ja, I think at this point, would just be expiring contracts, maybe from a team like Miami. And to me, that means 2 things. One, they canvassed the league, and they really, really liked the trade package they're getting here in exchange for Jaren Jackson Jr. The first-round picks, the flexibility, getting out of the contract, all that stuff was really valuable to them, to the point where they decided, okay, now's the time to go ahead and make this move. It also, to me, means they recognized accurately, I believe, that whatever they thought this team was going to be, whether it be around Jaren Jackson and Ja Morant after trading away Desmond Bane, or prior to that when they had all 3 of those guys, whatever the ceiling was they thought existed, even after adding Cedric Howard, Zach Edey, all these other guys, it was never going to happen. They were never going to be a really competitive team in the West. Their opportunity, their window for this era of Grizzlies basketball has just passed them by, and it's now time for them to do something else and rebuild. And just keeping Jaren Jackson, and in some cases Ja, was only going to prolong an inevitable outcome, which was a Jaren Jackson trade. So it's about being...
I wonder what they're going to do with Ja, dude. Because, like, does he have any value? Like, let's think about this. Because, like, Trey had what? He was gone for what, 2 seconds? Was that the deal? Right? It was 2 seconds for Trey. What the fuck is Ja's value? A first and an expiring contract? Like, I don't... Or a second and an expiring contract? I don't know what his value even would be. Obviously, Memphis doesn't need much more than what they've already obtained, so it doesn't really matter. But interesting to think about.
Proactive for them, and then also really liking the deal. And I totally understand that concept. It might be difficult from a fan base perspective to say, okay, we're just giving up. Like, not that long ago, this was the up-and-coming team in the Western Conference. This was a team that was very successful. Even at points in the middle of last year, prior to firing Taylor Jenkins, this looked like a team that could beat something, and then they had a really bad end to the season. So it's difficult a little bit to make that pivot so quickly, but I think accurately and correctly they made that pivot, and they got a lot of stuff for Jaren Jackson, which is obviously very good. I don't think it's a small piece of this either that A, he's not having an outstanding season, and B, they just gave him this giant contract, which is obviously a big part of this. And at this point, it just made a lot of sense for Memphis to go ahead and move on, be proactive, get themselves some flexibility and some assets. The other part of this is Utah, which is a little strange, right? Because you read the notification and it's like Jaren Jackson's being traded to, okay, and you probably went through about 15 teams in your head that you would think it would be before you would get to Utah.
Yeah, I was baffled, dude. When I saw that shit, I was like, fucking Utah? What are we talking about, dog? I don't know why. This is the dumbest fucking thought ever, but I thought he was going to Charlotte. I don't know why. I saw the thing and I was like, fucking... They're sending JJ to Charlotte. LaMelo, Brandon Miller, and him. Because I thought, like, maybe at that point they were going to give up on fucking Diabate, because Diabate was like having a decent season and like all that stuff. I'm like, Diabate and picks and fucking what other stuff? I'm like, they get JJJ and just push for the playoffs. But then I saw that and I'm like, oh god, bro, what have we done? But I thought we traded away more than what we traded away. Like, I was fine with the picks we gave away. And no offense to Taylor and Walter, but I was like fine with those guys going. Like, I was afraid like Keontae was gone, so I was like, fuck, dude, Keontae's had a good 3 months and now we're shipping him away for, but nope, dude. So it worked out.
Being the team trading for Jaren Jackson, because everything about their season over the last couple of weeks has been geared towards how can we be bad? How can we tank? We don't want to be good this year. We owe a top 8 protected pick to the Oklahoma City Thunder this season. If we finish with the 9th pick in the draft and the lottery, we don't have a first round pick this season. How can we avoid that outcome? That's what they've been doing for the last couple of weeks. They had a pretty good start to the year. Lauri Markkanen had a great start to the year. And ever since, they've been quiet tanking, basically. And adding Jaren Jackson in the middle of the season goes completely against that goal. So it seems a little bit odd. Well, what I'm anticipating is happening here in Utah is a little bit similar to the other big trade we've had at this deadline as of this recording, Trae Young to the Washington Wizards. They are going to add Jaren Jackson to their roster while maybe not having Jaren Jackson play a ton for them this season. I don't think there's any scenario in which Utah makes this deal, gives up his...
Dude, he was correct, dude. Crazy thought. He only played 3 fucking games. So it worked out. My boy, what is it, Sporting Logically? I think is his channel. I've seen him before. Yeah, Sporting Logically. You got it right, brother. Spot on. He played 3 games. And if we're being specific, it was like 3 quarters in all 3 of those games. So it was only like 9 quarters. So it was kind of sick. Shout out, dude. Spot on.
Much as they did, with the plan being for Jaren Jackson.
Fucking Caden, dude. There's your boy Caden in the chat. Lauri, good one, dude. Shout out to Caden in the chat. First live comment in like a week, dude. Shout out to Caden. Appreciate it. Thanks for being here, brother. That's funny.
Jackson to play 30-something games the rest of the year.
Don't worry, Caden. We're going to watch Lauri highlights and shit in a minute. Don't even worry about it, brother. Shout out to the 4 people in chat right now. Most viewers I think we've had in a while, so shout out. But yeah, don't worry, Caden. We're going to be watching Lauri highlights in a minute.
I would be very, very surprised if that's the case. Their goal here is, let's trade this stuff. Let's add Jaren Jackson to Lauri Markkanen, Walker Kessler, Keontae George, Ace Bailey, all these other guys we have. That's next year's team. This year's team, you're going to be seeing a lot of these other guys outside of the players I just mentioned so that we can keep that top 8 pick and add that to our group of assets this offseason. And then you start talking about a Utah team that has those 4 guys I mentioned, 5 guys I mentioned, Ace Bailey, Keontae George, Walker Kessler, Lauri Markkanen, and now Jaren Jackson Jr. You have those guys, and you have a top 8 pick, and you still have extra assets, and you have other young guys. Things get very interesting very quickly for a Utah team that clearly wants to make something happen here at the start of next season. And again, I think there's some parallels here to that situation in Washington where you're trading for someone in Trae Young that you're not planning on playing this year because you want to protect your draft positioning. But at the start of next year, things get very exciting, even in a very difficult Western Conference for Utah. Now, it's nice that this is a strategy that Utah is using. This might be something that the league cracks down on, though, if you're going to keep trading for guys in the middle of the year and then all of a sudden they've got some injury. Now, Trae genuinely was hurt. Jaren's had some on and off stuff throughout his career. I'm sure they'll find something that they need him to rest, but maybe something for the league to take a look at some point. But still, that to me is clearly 100% the plan. Now, the only question mark here you could have is if you're Utah outside of the compensation is the contract, because Keontae George looks like a guy that's going to need a bunch of money relatively soon. Lauri Markkanen is on a big deal. Jaren Jackson's on a big deal. We're already locking up a lot of salary here for a team that is completely unproven. Lauri Markkanen.
What are you saying, Caden? I'm better than Cade to you since I watch and say Cade. Yeah, dude. Cade and Kevin don't watch anything. Actually, Caden, if we're being honest, Cade's been here like 2 or 3 times. This is like your first time, so if we're being honest, you're in second place. Cade's in first. And make sure Cade sees this clip, dude. Make sure Cade knows that I know that. Cade's 1, you're 2, Caden, don't worry. Kevin liked my tweet today, so like maybe Kevin's kind of around, dude. I don't know. Kevin sees some stuff, but no. You're number 2, Caden. Don't hype yourself up too much.
Markkanen, correct me if I'm wrong, has he ever played in a playoff game? I could be totally off on that. I haven't done.
He hasn't. He's never played in a playoff game.
the research. I don't think he's ever played in a playoff game. And Jaren Jackson's had, you know, some playoff success, but not someone that you're necessarily locked in 100% on spending all this money on. It's an unproven group of guys. You don't know how it's going to fit together. And not only are you trading a bunch of stuff, but you're also locking in, from a salary perspective, a ton of money. So we'll have to just see exactly how that works out.
Caden.
But I don't think it's crazy to think that at the start of next season, even as is, Utah could be really competitive. And that's without considering the possibility of like Ace Bailey and a bunch of other picks going out for some other guy that's to be named that wants to play for this up-and-coming team in the West. I like the concept of the move for both teams, but let's talk about some grades. For Memphis, I'm going to give them a B+. It would be better if maybe this trade happened at a different time. I think they maybe could have gotten a little bit more for Jaren Jackson. It seems like a lot. It's all these first-round picks, but we kind of know sometimes how the first-round pick stuff goes, where you don't actually get a ton. And I think Jaren Jackson has a lot of value, or at least had more value prior to this exact moment in time, prior to the extension, prior to what has been a little bit of an up-and-down season for him. They probably got like 90% value for Jaren Jackson, so I can't go like A+, but I still think it's a good deal, and one that I think mostly I just applaud their aggressiveness and their self-awareness, frankly, to realize, hey, this is where our team is at. It's not going to be really good over the next couple of years. Let's build around Cedric Howard. Let's build around Zach Edey. Let's try and get rid of the John Morant thing. And now here we go. You know, we just get to just do other stuff. We've got a ton of flexibility. We've got a ton of picks, ironically, kind of putting ourselves in the position.
Oh, so this is something like really dumb to point out. I don't know why this is something to talk about, but his celebrations, bro, tight. They're good shit. I don't know if it's that Memphis culture that's over there, but whatever he knocks down a three, he's like fucking bing, like fucking. I don't know. He like it's just fun to watch. The same like Bojan Bogdanovic was kind of sick to watch. Like he'd hit a three and like he'd run down, fucking do some kind of celebration. Jaren has that like persona to him. It's kind of tight.
That Utah has been in the last couple of years, which I'm sure Jazz fans will tell you has not been super fun. But for Memphis, it puts them in a really, really nice spot. So I would give them a B+. On the other side for Utah, it's a complex grade because I like adding the player. I'm interested in the fit between Jackson and Markkanen, and then whatever happens with Walker Kessler as well. I'm interested to see how much they lead into Jaren Jackson at the 5 with Lauri Markkanen at the 4. I'm interested in all of that stuff, and I think it's cooler than it is actually a good idea, I guess, is where I land, where it seems really cool on paper to add this guy, but then in practice, I'm a little bit unsure if this was the right move in terms of compensation and in terms of the contract stuff with Markkanen and Jaren Jackson, how much these guys are making, signing Keontae George. Like, there's a scenario here where if you don't, like, let's say Ace Bailey is just a fine player, Keontae George gets a big new deal, you don't make a trade with all these other assets you have, and you're paying like $140 million.
What's that, Caden? You know, Cade is a Golden State Warriors fan. Come on, I have to be better than him. I never said that you weren't better than him. You were just trying to argue that you're better because you're watching my stream, and that's not a good enough. That's not a valid reason, dude. If that's the case, then all my viewers are sick, dude. We got 4 viewers right now, Caden. So, like, if that's the argument, then they're all better than Cade. Like, but that's not true. I know Cade. Sorry, viewers, but like Cade's the boy. So that's not a valid argument, Caden. I'm sorry. That's do better. Do better, Caden. Think harder.
$1 combined to Jaren Jackson, Lauri Markkanen, and Keontae George every season. And is that a guaranteed, like, above a play-in team in the West? I'm not positive that it is. So to me, I'm going to give them a B grade. I think it's totally fine. I think it's commendable. I think it makes sense in terms of let's kind of boost some things. It's hard for us to get guys in Utah. This is how we got Lauri Markkanen, was we kind of bought low on a guy that we thought could be something more, and he has been that in Utah. I just get a little bit nervous about the fact that it is a completely unproven team, a completely unproven roster, and even with someone in Jaren Jackson that's had some playoff success, it's hard because there's no guarantees in the NBA, but the phrase that people are going to use is this doesn't guarantee you anything, is adding someone like Jaren Jackson. And so even though they didn't necessarily give up a ton, like they didn't give up all their future picks and swaps and stuff, and they had extra first to give, to me, I like it a little bit more for Memphis. I like it a little bit.
Fucking trash take, dude. Fucking horrible take there. In hindsight, that's going to be very funny to watch. Because I think giving up 3 firsts that none of them were our own except for next year's potentially, I think it's a fucking great thing. Like, we're going to have all of our first round picks for the next 7 years. Like, we don't have to worry about that. So unlike Dallas or Brooklyn or all these other teams that don't own their first round picks, we own our own first round picks. So even if we get really bad, we still are gonna like benefit from being bad. Unlike poor Brooklyn, dude, if they suck, or if Dallas, if they suck, it's like the Pelican situation. They're owed their pick to a different team. So like it's kind of a shitty deal. So I don't like that argument at all. I think it's great that the picks that we gave up, like that 31 Phoenix pick was a big deal. Like that sucks, but you got to give a little bit to get a little bit, you know? So if the idea is giving up fucking the 31 pick, 2 other pretty unvaluable firsts, and Taylor Hendricks and Walter Clayton for fucking JJJ, fucking every day of the week. 7 days, or fucking, yeah, 7 days a week, dude. Fucking all the time. So, bad idea, dude, there. We can watch that Lauri Markin. Oh, yeah, it's 51-point game. We can watch that. We can watch this 51-point game. 14 rebounds. Hell of a game. So, let's see. Which one's longer or shorter? We'll watch the longer one, bro. Come on, baby. See what we can get, baby. See what kind of action Lauri can put out. And then we'll talk about where it fits into the current offense and shit.
Hand off Walker to Keontae. Here's Marketing. Jumps out for 3. That's a big splash. Another triple to Jazz. And Mikhailuk with 3. How about the start, T? 16-2. 8:11 left. Opening quarter.
That's going to be the task for Phoenix. Whenever you see Booker dribble that ball, you've got 2 or 3 Jazz players surrounding him.
Marketing. How about the save by Nurk? Down on the baseline. Behind the back pass. Bailey's got it. Passes off. A little turnaround chase.
I mean, I don't really see the like 7-foot Curry comparisons, but we'll continue. I think it's a little egregious, but whatever.
Sweet shot. Sweet bucket by Marketing. Tied once again to 57. Marketing. Holds it home. Timeout. Jordan Knott. Phoenix looks to be moving much better, T, in the second quarter. There's a high floater. Right, Marketing has hit the
pretty floater.
Well, I just think a couple of years ago, we were talking about how Keontae wasn't a natural point guard.
Dude, just coming off ball screens with Jaren Jackson Jr. and Walker Kessler is going to be so fucking crazy, bro. Or just like if he's playing, if we put him at the 4 sometimes, do a high pick and roll. Or pick and pop, specifically high pick and pop, and he just fucking snaps that shit, dude. Oh.
Lauri Markin continues to be hot from deep.
Keontae tapped that ball right to Filipowski. Over the top to Svi. Kick. 3. Got it. The drive to kick.
Right here. Drives deep. Gets the defender to bite. That leaves Lauri wide open.
Somehow that ball found its way to Marketing. Quick hit 3. Got it.
Love it. But right here, get a wide open look. All Booker can do is look.
Over the top, here's Taylor. He'll put his shoulder down. Nice drive. Comes up short, grabs the rebound, puts it up, tapped up, once, twice.
It was in that moment that Danny realized that he was trading his ass. Fucking, you missed 3 shots, Taylor. Come on, dumbass, get out of here. And so he traded him. That's what happened. Sorry, Taylor, if you're watching, but that's what happened. It's the truth.
The last Jazz bucket right here. Good drive by Taylor. Lowry's there, cleaning it up. 7-footer, doing his job. Nice tip in. Gets up before everybody else. You've got that nice reach with that 7-foot frame. Nice tap.
Up front, so Svi came in with a plus 20 when he's on the floor, Thurl. Plus minus. Marketing.
He thought was a shot blocker, but Svi right here. Nice pass off that angle screen. Lauri.
And right on cue, he says, you know what? I know this spot pretty well.
Well, Gillespie taking a page out of... Yeah, and really, are we surprised? No, I think we've been seeing this coming since amazing shape. He's getting the ball placed where he needs to be, and look at this one.
Inside, making it look...
That's why I want Darren. Is plays like that. Like, I get it, guys. Having Cam would be nice in the second unit. Like, having a bunch of bigs to play against Wemby and stuff would be nice. I understand having AJ DeBonso would be cool for the rainbow face and for all that other stuff. Like, I get it. It'd be sick. But if we had Keontae and Darren Peterson throwing lobs to him and Jaren and Walker, like...
It's in amazing shape. He's getting the ball placed where he needs to be, and look at this one.
Inside.
Like, Markkanen's not going to be double-teamed. He's not going to be getting double-teamed. Theoretically. Like, Darren or Jaren or Key are probably going to be getting double-teamed. Probably. Lauri could be the guy, you know, but it's going to be a lot less than it has been the last 2 or 4 years. So, just quick cutting to the rim with fucking Darren Peterson just going like, boom, there you go, buddy. Like, it's going to be very fun to watch. It'll be very fun to watch, boys. Prepare yourselves. Without any injuries, everybody stay healthy. It's going to be very fun. Also, shout out to the 5 viewers, dude. I think that's the most live viewers we've ever had. So, smash that like button. I appreciate you guys. Let's continue.
Making it look easy, Keontae.
Has come a long way. And you know it got so well. Well, he said this is that part of the race. This game is like a marathon.
Oh, beautiful, strong move. Markkanen.
This right here is just a fearless bucket. Look, I put all the work in the weight room. I'm going through you in this area. I'm going to get the bump, and I'm going to finish it.
This is also the same argument that, like, I was watching today. I think it was Chris Mannix. He was talking with Rachel fucking... What's her fucking name? I don't fucking remember her name. Doesn't matter. Old ESPN lady. But they were talking, and he's just like... It was after the Jaren Jackson Jr. trade. And he was just like, I don't really think it's going to work because... Markkanen should be playing the 4. So that means Markkanen plays the 4 and Jackson plays the 5. That means Kessler's gone. Doesn't work out. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? Markkanen dominates at the 3. He was an all-star at the 3. What are we talking about? He's like, the whole argument that he had was that he's like, basically wasn't quick enough, and like, which I understand that argument a little bit, that like, Lowry's too big to be playing defense against the 3s. But you gotta remember that those guys have to be playing defense on him. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? Can we trade? What the fuck does that mean, Caden? What? It doesn't pop up here. What the fuck are you talking about, Caden? Can we trade? I don't know. But yeah, so people like Royce O'Neal right here, somebody like Royce O'Neal is gonna have to fucking guard a 7-footer, a dynamic 7-footer. So it just doesn't. I love that argument. It's like, hey, he's not gonna work out. Fucking okay, buddy. All right, dude. Fucking okay, dude. I don't think Markkanen's gonna be able to play against 3s, even though he scored fucking 27 points, whatever, this year doing it. Whatever, fucking dumbass. Oh, so frustrating. But yeah, just watch him against these 3s. What's Caden saying here? Can we trade Cody for Walter? No. And also, why would we? Caden, what are we talking about here, Caden? Would we trade Cody Williams, the 10th pick, who's like developing into being like a decent bench wing, for Walter Clayton Jr.? Like, I think Memphis would be like, fuck off. Like, I don't understand the argument, Caden. You can try to come up with better trade ideas, but that one, not good at all.
And after I finish it, count it. 2. Got to let that ball move right there.
There's Markkanen. Had it knocked away, picks it up, squares his shoulders, and hits. Oh, what a big bucket. 42. 42 for Lauri. Walker battles for the rebounds, got it. Here's Markkanen. Walt takes the 3. The rook. Bang.
Well, Walker does this very well. He keeps it alive, gives the Jazz a second look at it. They double Lauri. Right there, Walter Clayton Jr. Wow, he's acting like he's been there before. Basket will go a long way here, Bowler.
Markkanen turns, fires, throws it. Triple.
Bang.
It's been a long 10,064 days. Let's see. 50. a career high for Markkanen. And the chants of MVP have erupted at Delta Center.
MVP. He's an MVP, but he's going to be our 4th best player next year. Let's go.
What overtime win for you guys tonight. A new career high for you, 51 points. First 50-point game for a Jazz player since Karl Malone. I mean, what does that sound like to you?
The win sounds even better now.
What does it sound like to me? Who the fuck is Karl Malone? Who the fuck is that guy? What? Never heard of that fucking who? Sounds like a pedophile if you ask me. I've never heard of him.
Unreal.
Sound like to you?
Fucking.
Player since Karl Malone. 1 points. First 50-point game for a Jazz player since Karl Malone.
First 50-point game for the Jazz since a pedophile did it. How's that make you feel, brother? Jesus Christ.
Sound like to you?
The win sounds even better now. Unreal fan base. Unfortunately, we couldn't get it done in the regulation, but we fought it. We fought through it, played defense, and we grinded it out. So big win for us.
What did this second half mean for you guys, and even just finishing in overtime? What does this say about this team?
I mean, this means a lot. We had a great start to the game. We kind of let it slip away, and then ended up being a long night. So just shows a lot about our team that we keep fighting, and yeah.
Your teammate Keontae George, 26 points, 10 assists. A couple of those assists over to you as well. How do you guys continue to build this chemistry?
He's a big-time player. He made huge plays down the stretch, and he made his teammates better today. So he's a great player.
Just another win at home. What does it mean to do that in front of these amazing fans, Lauri?
Feels great. Let's try to stay undefeated.
Thanks, Lauri. Congrats.
Yeah, thank you.
Let's try to stay undefeated. How'd that work out for you, brother? I think this is the 3rd game of the year, or 4th or something, because Walker only played 5 games, and Walker played, so it was 3rd or 4th game of the year. Let's try to stay undefeated. Let's try to do it, brother. 22 wins. That worked out well, didn't it? Fucking funny. Very funny, dude. Good shit. We can watch more Darren Peterson highlights now. We can watch Keontae highlights. What are you guys feeling? Anybody? Caden, let me know in the chat. What do you want to watch? What are you guys into? Here it is. Fucking. This is what I was talking about earlier.
Can I talk?
Rachel Nichols. That's who the fuck it was. And yeah, Chris Mannix. Fucking pissed me off, dude. I was livid. But yeah. What do we want to watch, boys? 5 viewers now. It's lit. Yeah, we can watch Keontae's career high. That's worth watching, considering we just watched Lauri's. We can watch Keontae's now. Because again, it's so interesting with Lauri. 7 foot against like the average 3. Like, how tall is the average 3 in the NBA? Probably 6'8" would be my guess. Average small forward in the NBA height. So I'd be like 6'7", 6'8", 6'6". Bro, what are we doing? What the fuck are we doing here, boys? Is that with shoes? The average height of a small forward in the NBA is roughly 6'4". In the modern era, typically small forward size between 6'6" and 6'9". Okay, so let's say it's 6'7" and a half. Like, Darren Peterson is that fucking tall. He's an inch shorter, but you know what I mean. You guys get what I'm getting at. You guys hear me. Like, what are we doing? What are we getting at here, boys? Our shooting guard / point guard, if we draft Darren, will be the same size as a typical small forward, and our small forward will be 7 fucking foot tall. What are we doing? Jesus Christ! It's so good, dude. It's so good. But yeah, let's watch Keontae highlights. That's enough yelling for a minute. Just enjoy Lauri Markkanen next year. That's all I'm gonna say, boys. I've been appreciating him my whole life since I was like 13 or 14 years old. Oh, he's so good. He's gonna be so good on our team next year. So prepare. Just prepare. Keontae time.
Might not be scoring a lot of points, but he's not making bad plays. He's having an impact on both sides of the ball.
Nice shot, Key. 6 points for Jaden McDaniels. Randall is combined for 7. Those two in the front court, 13 points. Cody hands it off. Keontae surveys, pulls a string. Deep 3, got it. Took the 3, made it. 8 points for Anthony Edwards, top 5 scorer in the NBA. Keontae, good look. Knocks it down. Deep.
These are my arguments where it's like, people are like, we can't. Darren Peterson wants to play point guard, so we can't draft Darren Peterson because we already have Keontae George. Watch him play off ball. Watch him play the shooting guard position. And watch Darren play the shooting guard position. Who fucking cares who plays what? They're both combo guards. I don't fucking care, dude. Darren could play center for all I fucking care. Draft him. Like, I don't understand that argument. He plays point guard and you have to fucking shut up, dude. Shut the fuck up.
His timing on that gather.
Collier leaves it down on the low block. Nurkic swipes a hand away from Gobert off the glass.
When did you say that, Caden? Sorry. I don't know. I need to shut up. You're good, Caden. You don't need to shut up. Just keep giving me fun trade ideas. I'll talk about it. We can ramble. You know how I go, but Cody Williams for Walter Clayton is just a fucking... I don't think either team's doing that. I don't know. Give me something better, Caden. That's all I'm saying. Also, shout out to the 6 viewers. All-time peak, dude. All-time high for most live viewers. So, appreciate it.
Somehow got it way up high, just over the fingertips of Rudy. Edwards rebound Nurkic. Edwards is now 4 of 8 overall, 2 of 5 from 3. Splash down. Keontae, you can tell when he starts to pump those fifths, Steve.
Between them. But the great passing by the young fella to Flip and then out to Keontae. And Flip knew exactly where Keontae was going to be, so he didn't have to hesitate.
Nurkic out front, we're tied at 50. Utah down 5 after the first quarter. Key off the elbow.
So nice.
Dialed in is an understatement. 20.
Yeah, Bola, we get to see this every night, right?
That's over Gobert, dude. Look at that. Look at that high-ass release. Like, watch. There's not a lot of guards that are 6'4"-ish that can shoot this shot over Gobert. I know Gobert's like past his prime. I think. I don't know, dude. I mean, he was fucking... What he placed in Defensive Player of the Year voting? 2nd or 3rd this year? So, like, I don't know. But still, to be able to shoot over Gobert from, what, 5 feet separation there? Less than that, probably. 4 feet separation. You have to elevate and hit at the very top of your release. Keontae does it seamlessly.
Every night, right?
Very top. Like, it is... If you watch that, he's coming down a millisecond after the ball leaves his hand.
Get to see this every night.
Watch.
Right?
And gone out of his hand. Going down from there. Like, just beautiful. Fucking beautiful by Keontae.
Coming at you.
Rebounds, T. Surprise, 16 apiece?
No, I'm not. Nurk's in the game.
Keontae. I'll tell you, the back pedal's all you need to see.
You know you can get your shot off. That's a lot of confidence.
Once again, high-ass release, dude.
That's a different one, but same result.
High off the window.
I mean, the difficulty of this shot alone, knowing Rudy's coming, and to be able to understand when you have to get that shot off. Not everybody.
Like, come on, dude. That is such a tough shot to do. And this is, again, this is my argument against Wemby. Like, what we can do against Victor. Again, I know I rambled all night about that last night. So if you want to hear me talk about the Victor method, you can watch last night's stream. But the Gobert is a similar argument where offensively, this is how you're going to have to perform against Wemby. Now, defensively, as I said, you're going to have to shack that shit and foul the fuck. But when it comes to your offensive performance against a defender like Wemby, Gobert is probably your next closest option to compare against. And if Keontae is able to do this against Gobert, understand how to get to a spot, when to get to a spot, when to jump, when to release, like everything to operate around the Gobert method, just shows great sign for us competing against Wemby in the next 2 to 5 years. So, I don't know, bro. I think it works out really well.
Not everybody
Perfect
can do it.
floater.
I mean, that's within an inch of being blocked. And Rudy's like...
For Nurkic, Keontae. wicked first step. Down the baseline again. Kiss it. Glass.
That's 3 defenders. Yeah, Keontae, look, there's 1, 2 defenders. There's a third right there, McDaniels. Keontae putting them in tough positions and making them make tough shots.
Kyle Anderson, beautiful pass. Keontae drives, scores off the glass.
Playing all-star basketball, and it doesn't matter who it is. He just has the timing down right. Well, watch how high this is. Oh, right over. Just can't get to it.
That dynamic of the season, but still you have to respect his ability to lead an offense.
Yeah, I mean,
There's another situation where he's not playing point guard, he's playing the 2 guard, so.
no question. And here's a team trying to make that next step as Keontae finds a.
Through a picket fence there.
Yeah, right here. He just drags through, and he just tools the arm of Reed. And that is just a player who is just conscious.
That's that similar thing that Darren and AJ both are good at, where it's like that under scoop kind of. I don't know how to describe it, dude. It's like that low drag. I don't know the name of the move. I'll figure it out one day. If the Jazz Band podcasts are watching, make this your next term that you wanna let people find out about, dude. Because I don't know the name of it. Some kind of drag move. But Keontae is really good at it too. Same with Darren and same with AJ. Donovan Mitchell is really good at it as well.
Conscious.
Just gets a low to where you can't do shit about it. Just goes underneath. Instead of going over, you're going underneath him. It's very interesting.
I mean, that is just a player who is just conscious.
Whoop, underneath through the hole.
Of everything
really pretty
out on the court and how to use it to.
Ant is now 8 of 21. Over the top, Keontae looks at his feet and hits. That's clutch. Remember, career is 39. Dribbles between his legs, backs it out. Naz Reid shades him. The shot, the bucket. Wow! I'd say that cat's cool.
Right here for the career high. Just gets a nice crossover and puts on the brakes. Naz Reid can't do anything about it.
In the paint, gives it off to Ace.
That would have been a nasty dunk by Ace, by the way. I remember that. But it didn't happen. But
in the paint, gives it off to Ace.
On Gobert, dude, if he did that as a rookie, could you imagine?
Do anything about it.
In the paint, gives it off to Ace.
Oh.
Try to put a hammer on Rudy. Nurk did too. Flip, nice pass out. Key! No, yes! Oh, he's jumping.
And what's the best remedy for a long road trip that you've come up? I mean, you had one nice win, but you come home in front of your own crowd, and that man right there is leading you to the victory.
Nurkic, Keontae, all yours.
Thanks, Bowler. Well, this was a career night for a lot of reasons. We'll start with Keontae. You dropped 30 last night in San Antonio. You come back here, career high of 43 points. You were locked in from the beginning. Can you walk me through your performance?
I mean, we've been away from the home crowd for too long.
Isn't it crazy that we were going to have Lauri that can score 50, Keontae that can score 40, Darren or AJ that can probably score 40 or 50, Jaren that can score 25, 30. It's going to be so fun to watch.
So wanted to, yeah, it just felt good to be back in the city, man. I mean, I felt the love, we felt the joy as a team. It's always good to get the fans behind us. It brings us energy. So as long as y'all stay with us, we're going to make sure we fight to the end.
Your teammate right here, Nurk, you talk about his screening all the time, but his passing too, maybe a little underrated. What was that like in this performance tonight?
Hey, Nurk got a lot to the bag that a lot of people don't know, but I mean, Nurk just makes the game a lot easier for me. He'll be hitting me on back doors, setting screens. He do a lot of unselfish stuff, for our offense to be a little better. So, I mean, I'm happy to have Nurk on our team.
Well, Nurk, this is your second career triple-double that you just got tonight in this victory. Can you explain what that was like on this court and to do it here in front of the home crowd?
I love it. Jazz mania, baby. Let's do it. By the end of the day,
Jazz mania. Jazz mania. That's funny.
we just want to protect the house. It's a good team out there, really physical, so we know we got a match. back-to-back always tough, but you want to play home good, and having fans like this, you just enjoy to play here, man.
And then another career moment for your head coach, too. This is Will Hardy's 100th win tonight. What does that mean to do that here in front of this crowd, to get that win for him, guys?
Amazing coach, even better person, man. Happy for him, happy for us, and we're gonna definitely hit the shower after that.
Congrats, William.
Guys, thank you. Congratulations.
Congrats, William. Congrats, William. Man, we've already been live for an hour. Good shit, boys. I don't know. I've been trying to like keep the streams to like around an hour, hour and a half, just so like they're watchable for the people in the morning. I can't imagine you guys getting up in the morning and be like, I want to watch a fucking 3-hour live stream. So at least an hour to an hour and a half is like somewhat palatable. That's like a podcast. 3 hours is like crazy. Who am I, Pat McAfee or Joe Rogan? Like, I don't know. Maybe one day. But for now, I'm trying to keep it to like an hour and a half. So now that we're at an hour, we can probably start going on Twitter and just seeing what people were talking about on there. Marketing 47 ball we can watch. Keontae George highlights we can watch. Peyton Watson highlights? Let's do that. Nah. I don't know if you guys saw today. I should mention this, dude. I know it's a jazz stream. It's a jazz podcast, but like, see you later, AJ Brown, dude. Fucking my Eagles sent away AJ Brown. Best thing that's ever happened in my life. Sorry, AJ, but like, fuck you. Made my life hell the last year and a half. Fuck you. We traded a first-round pick and a fourth-round pick, and we got a first-round pick and a fifth-round pick back, and 2 Super Bowls, or 1 Super Bowl and went to 2. So fucking good day for me. And also Myles Garrett to the Rams. What are we doing, boys? We're allowing this? Somebody's got to step in and veto this shit. Like, fucking no. No, they got the MVP of the league. They got the Defensive Player of the Year. They've got Puka Nacua. They've got Devontae Adams. They've got fucking Trent McDuffie. Like, what are we doing? Why are we allowing this? This should be like the whole Chris Paul to Lakers shit. Fucking veto it. Don't allow this. Oh well, that's my argument, dude. Sorry, I had to do a 1 minute spiel on the NBA or the NFL today because that shit was nuts. Crazy day. But yeah, now I guess we can hop on the twits, unless somebody in the chat, the 3 of you that are hanging out, unless somebody's got a video jazz related that you'd rather me watch. We could watch the combined. In fact, let's do this: the combined Keontae and Markkanen combination game. 61 points combined.
Nicely done and one. So Markkanen.
Okay, we'll just skim through. We don't want to watch the whole thing.
You can't expect whistles.
In fact, nah. We just watched enough of their highlights. We don't need to see that shit. We'll do that on a different day. Tankathon, dude. Do you guys want to do a simulation, dude? See what happens in the lottery? See if we move up or anything? Let's simulate it. What happens? Fuck, dude. We fall to 6. Fuck. No. Let's try it again, dude. One more time. Maybe the luck will be good. Let's go. We got the number 2 pick. Charlotte jumped up 14 spots. Jesus. That's hilarious. We still got the... That's funny. We got the 2 pick. Charlotte jumped up 13 spots and Golden State jumped up 8 spots. That would have been a crazy draft. I would have been fine with it, honestly. I wouldn't even have been mad. Not really. I would have been mad if Golden State got Cameron Boozer. I'd be fucking pissed. You guys know how I feel about that. But, no. Funny little simulation. What's the mock draft going right now? They still got AJ going 1 and Darren going 2, which is understandable. You guys know how I feel if you've been watching the last 3 weeks. Darren Peterson's the best fucking player in the draft. It's not a debate. It's not close. Not an argument. Also, appreciate my little man bun shadow. Hope you guys like that. Darren Peterson's the best player in the draft. It's not a debate. AJ's good. He's like clearly number 2 in my head. Like, it's not a debate. It's not a debate. It's not a debate. It's not a debate. Don't know how many times I'm going to say that. But Darren, he's a 6 foot... Like, I don't know. I just don't... Again, if Washington passes up on him, it'll be a win. I'll love it. It'll be amazing for us. But I don't know, dude. I think Rainbow Face, the more and more it happens, I think Rainbow Face is the likely option. Because I think Darren's unfucking believable. So yeah, they got AJ 1, Darren 2, Cam 3, Caleb 4. Shocking. Nothing has changed. I don't think anything is going to change. I think there's going to be some people like a Bleacher Report or something that's going to be like, Cam Boozer is going to go second or first overall. But relatively, like what you're going to see is going to be AJ 1, Darren 2, Cam 3, Caleb 4. And then here's where it gets interesting. That they got Keaton Wagler going 5, Acuff going 6, Fleming's going 7, Mara going 8, Burry's going 9, and Michael Brown going 10. Don't get me wrong, dude. Do not get me wrong. I like Mara. I think he's going to be a good player. I know he's got like all the measurements you want for a starting center. He's got all the analytics that you want for a starting center. I couldn't imagine being, especially Atlanta, passing up on a Michael Brown for an Ade Mara. Like, they just got rid of Trae Young. Now, I know Onyeka Okongwu is not like amazing. I'm aware that you could upgrade in that department. It would be nice. But you got Dyson Daniels, Jalen Johnson, fucking the boys, Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Like, what you need is a Michael Brown to go shoot that shit. Chuck it. Be a flamethrower in that backcourt. You don't need a Ade Mara that is going to be, in my opinion, a top 12 center in the league at best. Like, if you're drafting at 8 in this draft, you shouldn't be taking a center that's going to be alright. You should be taking a guard that has a chance to be a fucking all-NBA 2, 3, 4-time All-Star potential, which I think Michael Brown has. I think Kingston Flemings has that if he's available. I think Darius Acuff has that if he's available. I think Braden Burries has, like, Derek White level kind of benefits. I don't know if he's ever going to be an All-Star. I'm sorry, Braden. But, you know, I just don't understand, especially to Atlanta, the Ade Mara draft. I know there's going to be Hawks fans and other people are going to be like, what the fuck are you talking about, Zach? Like, that's a seamless fit, which I agree. It's a really good fit. I just think the value isn't there. If you're drafting that high in this draft, like, best player available. BPA is my thought every year, especially this year. Especially in this year's top 10. So, again, in my personal ranking, I've got Mara maybe like 12th overall. Around there, 12th or 13th is where I would rank Mara, which is still high if you would have asked anybody fucking 6 months ago. Especially before the NCAA tournament, they would be like, yeah, Mara's good. We'll take him at like the 23rd overall pick, was like the whole thought. I'd have to relook. I might be talking out of my ass. But if I remember correctly, it was like, he wasn't like that, expect to be that crazy. And then he dominated in the tournament. Michigan wins it. And then his combine was just nuts. And everybody was like, what the fuck are we going to... Is this the next fucking Wemby? Like, obviously that wasn't the argument. But it was like, yeah. I don't know. Like, I'd rather have Donovan Clingan than him. I'd rather have Zach Edey than him. I'd rather... Like, I don't know. I just don't understand that argument where if Zach Edey could go, what was it, 6th or 7th or 8th or 9th, something like that, in that draft, why would you take Ade Mara in the same range in this draft? I don't understand it. If it was Golden State at 11 or OKC at 12 or Miami even at 13 or Charlotte at 14, that makes sense to me in the Ade Mara range. 7, 8, 9 for Mara is just crazy to me. I couldn't imagine passing up on Burries, Michael Brown, Kingston Flemings, Acuff, or Nate Ament. I just couldn't do that. As a GM, I could not pass up on the positional size like that, which I know Ade Mara is 7'4". I get it. He's got all the measurements, but I don't know. Maybe I'll have to spend a whole stream watching Ade Mara before I just shit on him for a good 20 minutes here, but I don't know. I don't like the fit in Atlanta. I like Michael Brown there way more, especially if he's available. Yeah. Oh, fucking Darren Peterson's 6'6". That's so crazy. Alright, Twitter, what do we got? We've been live for an hour and 5 minutes. We can do a little Twitter chatting, then we can wrap it up. We've had a good live tonight. Good showing. Pretty good. At least I like to think. While we've been live, I think I got some comments from people. Yeah, dude, the Marxist commented on my shorts. Shout out. Let me just check over here. Yeah. Okay, let's just see what's on Twitter for the next little bit. I don't know if you guys saw Milan Momcilovic. He's transferring to Kentucky, so fuck me, dude. Oh, I really wanted him to go to Arizona. I really wanted him to, but Kentucky obviously offered him a shit ton of money. He was the #1 player in the transfer portal, so he was the best shooter in the draft, and then He pulled his name out and transferred to Kentucky, so I don't know what they offered, but I do not know. Yep. Milan Momcilovic is heading to Kentucky. So he's going to be their number one option, and they're going to not make the tournament, and he may not get drafted next year. What a fucking shame, dude. Hate to see it. Former BYU star Keba Keita recently worked out for the Utah Jazz, according to league sources. He has about 12 workouts lined up around the league, according to sources. Teams have been intrigued by his length and athleticism. That's from Tony Jones. I wouldn't hate that. Obviously, undrafted type situation. I wouldn't trade future assets to jump into the second round to draft Keba Keita, but if he goes undrafted, I would love to have him as a third string center. Would be nice. Something we could develop, I would like to think. I don't know if you guys saw this. So fucking funny. Devonta today said, if I get drafted to Washington, Trey's gonna have to give up the number 3, which is like Keontae wears 3. So like, what if he goes 1 or 2? He's like demanding whoever plays there is gonna have to give up their number for him. Like, kind of crazy, AJ. Kind of crazy.
3 ain't you no more. 3 ain't you no more, Trey.
Nah, if they draft me, I do need 3. Trey.
I know we are.
If they draft me, you never know. We're gonna see. We're gonna see in like 5 weeks.
Y'all can work it out. But just looking at it, they got the top spot right now. There's a lot of reports that they could potentially trade out. A lot of different things can happen, obviously, between now and the draft.
Yeah.
But if you had to make your pitch to them right now, why should the Wizards take you with the number 1 overall pick?
I'm super versatile as a player. I think I can guard. I said 1 through 4 until I got in the interview. I'm not gonna say the team, but there's like, in the NBA, you're gonna have to switch 1 through 5. You're gonna have to guard a Wemby on a play. You're gonna have to guard a Jokic on a play. So I'm gonna say it. I can guard 1 through 5. Playing 1 through 5 is tough. Playing the 5-man is a little shaky, but I think I can play 1 through 4. But I play the game the right way. Like, I try to get wins. I try to get everybody involved. I like everybody in, but I mean, I'm an exciting player. I have a lot of highlight plays. I fill seats. So it's a little bit of everything.
So you box office?
Yes.
Yeah.
I fill seats. That's a little brash. It's a little cocky, but whatever. Yeah, he would fill seats, though. There's no doubt about that, but I think Darren Peterson would also end up filling seats. So, whatever that argument is, you can discuss it as you want. Shout out to the 1 viewer, dude. We went from 6 to 1 really quick. But yeah. Let's see. Joey Swole, the man. Marketing against Spurs. Yeah, that's, obviously it's something worth watching against Wemby. How he does against Wemby.
Step back to take a 3, make a 3. Sends a boss, swings it, nice ball movement. Number 1 assist rate team.
Not many guys that can shoot over Wemby like that.
Again, that's 4 threes. Wembanyama's turn, got it stripped. He's hustling back. Marketing for 2. Marketing with 2 on the shot clock. Drives.
On Wemby.
Absolutely world class. That's just unbelievable. Hangs in the air. It's a solid contest from Victor.
At the buzzer.
Ooh.
Marketed for 3.
Nice.
Marketed.
There you go.
Fades away.
And there you go, dude. So I don't know how he matches up against Wemby exactly, because I don't think he really will be as the 3, but on certain switch situations he will be. Yeah, here it is. Eagles traded AJ Brown. The Eagles save $50 million or so on AJ Brown, money they've spent acquiring standout edge rusher Jonathan Grenard. Fucking sick, dude. Fucking tight. We saved $50 million. Good to know. Here's Logan Cooley doing some skating. That's gonna give me copyright. Yeah. Yeah, dude. Cooley highlights. Love to see it. He's training. All signs point to the Jazz re-signing Kessler, but there are a lot of talk this offseason. Yeah. If they got Walker Kessler, dude, if Lakers got Kessler, I'd riot. I would riot. I feel like here's fucking $40 million for you, Kessler. I would cry. Russell Westbrook is an investor in OKC's new multi-purpose stadium. I don't know what the fuck that means, multi-purpose stadium, but cool. So far, we have not really seen mock drafts since the combine. It's almost always AJ, DP, Boozer, Wilson. I was curious about how much typically changes from lottery to draft night. Here are the last 8 post-lottery mock drafts from ESPN compared to the actual draft results. I like it. Good shit, Tussed Up. Let's see what we got. 2018. Ayton, Luka. What's he? So this is okay. This was the ESPN ranking on the left, and what actually happened. Okay, so the mock was Ayton 1, Luka 2, Bagley 3, Jackson 4, Bamba 5. It turned out Ayton 1, Bagley 2, Luka 3, Jackson 4, Trey 5, and that's frankly exactly how I would have taken him. I actually would have taken Bagley over Ayton. In hindsight, I don't want to like pretend like I was fucking not wrong about all that shit. I would have taken Marvin Bagley 1, DeAndre Ayton 2, Jaren 3, Luka 4, Trey 5. That was my order before the draft. So, again, I was fucking way wrong on Luka. I have owned that from the beginning. In fact, that made me open my eyes a lot more to like the European stuff like that. That helped me start watching more of Victor and all that kind of stuff. So, shout out to Luka. You helped me out in a sense, but no, I was fucking totally jaded. I did not watch his shit at all. I was like, fucking, who is this dude who plays for Real Madrid? I don't know fucking about. Like, big mistake there. 2019 went pretty much chalk except for DeAndre Hunter win over Culver and Garland, but that's whatever. 2020, fucking everything was wrong. They LaMelo 1, Anthony Edwards 2, Wiseman 3, Toppin 4, Advia 5, and then it went Edwards, Wiseman, Ball, Pat Williams, which we got to rewatch that. That was a bit of a shock, I believe, if I remember correctly, from Chicago. Then Accordo. The mock was pretty much the same or identical in 2021 with Cade, Jalen, and Evan. Then they switched up Scotty Barnes and Jalen Suggs, but that was pretty much consensus. Yeah, the 2022 mock, that one was the only switch up. Is everybody had Jabari Smith going 1. I had Jabari Smith going 1. Everybody's like, fucking Jabari Smith's about to be the shit. 6'10", fucking whatever. But then Paolo and Jabari switched at the on draft night, literally 10 minutes before. I don't know if you guys remember that. There was like a report from Woj or Shams or whoever it was, Chris Haynes at that point. It was like the Orlando Magic have honed in. I think it was honed in is what they said. Like, the Orlando Magic have honed in on Paolo Banchero over the last few days. It's like, what? When like everybody was like, Jabari Smith Jr. is going number 1, not even a debate. Then it was like, fucking, they have focused in on Paolo Banchero. I was like, what? Crazy. Obviously 23 was pretty much scratch. Jarris Walker going 5 was kind of crazy for ESPN. I wouldn't have done that. I'm trying to think who was in that draft, who I would have taken over. So I guess that's not horrible. Jarris Walker going 5. I was high on Jarris Walker coming out of college. But obviously we talked about it last night. I think Keontae ends up going 2nd in a redraft, or 3rd at the lowest. So 2024, Sarr, Reese, Shepard, Dillingham, and Buzelis. They had Dillingham 4th overall. That just shows how shit that draft was, bro. Holy fuck. Rob Dillingham was your 4th best player, ESPN? Oh my fuck. He's 170 pounds. Like, what are we fucking doing? That draft was so bad. God bless us getting Cody Williams out of that. Like, he may end up being decent, at least. And then, yeah, last year's was Cooper Flagg, Dylan Harper, and Ace Bailey at the 3. I fucking told you. And then his draft stock started falling because of all that shit. But right at lottery night, he was supposed to go 3 overall. So we got a top 3 pick last year. That's all I fucking heard. That's all I see, ESPN, is that we got the number 3 pick last year. Fuck you. And yeah, and then Jeremiah Fears going 5. That's crazy. Okay. So yeah, guess that was the mock drafts for the last couple of years. That's good to see where it all matches up. Looks like they're typically pretty right, except for 2020 where they were way fucking off, and 2024 they were way fucking off, but generally they're pretty right. So I'd have to see what is this year's ESPN post lottery. In fact, let's see. ESPN post lottery mock draft. Yeah. May 19th, is that what we trust? No, we want May 10th. There we go. They had Devonta 1, Darren 2, Cam 3, Caleb 4, Wagler 5. Okay. I think they'll be mostly right. I don't think Wagler ends up going 5 though. I think Acuff or somebody else, and I don't think Clippers necessarily stay and pick there. I think they may trade back with Sacramento, and Sacramento will be like, we fucking need Acuff. Like, we need him. So maybe it's Sacramento taking Acuff at 5. That's a possibility. But I think the rest of the 4 is scratch, dude. I think that's exactly how it's going to go. At least I hope that's how it goes, because if we can get Darren, dude. I don't know, dude. I like go back and forth. Like, having a rainbow face would be really fun. The jersey sales and all that would be sick, but nah. I cannot ignore Darren Peterson. He's so unbelievable to me. Like on a personal level, he might be my favorite prospect that I've seen other than Victor in the last 15 years. That doesn't mean he's gonna have the best career. He's gonna be great. Injuries riddle everybody. Brandon Roy, stuff happens, but he's like, I love the way that Darren plays and his mentality and like his coachability. Like, I don't know. I just think if I was a GM, I would be. I could not imagine passing on him at 1. So if he's there at 2 for us, again, scream. And if we pass up on him at that point, I would imagine it's just something medical. Danny Ainge just doesn't believe in it. Austin Ainge doesn't believe in it. Something at that point. And if they were to take Cam Boozer, then, you know, so be it. I would respect their decision, but it's not what I would want. But yeah. So if that's how the top 5, they have post lottery, and they tend to get 3 to 4 correct. ESPN does. I would assume these top 4 are right, and that Keaton Wagler one ends up being Darius Acuff to the Kings. That's my prediction. Is the Kings trade up from 7 to 5 to get Acuff. So that's my guess. But other than that, I think the other ones are scratch. DeBonsa 2, Peterson 1. That's a possibility, but I doubt it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Devontae Smith fantasy managers, dude, great. Devontae's gonna go top 12 in fantasy next year. It's gonna be sick. But yeah. That's about it, dude. Nothing really else I see on here. Guess we can search up Utah Jazz, hello Utah Jazz, and see if there's anything that was talked about today. Yeah, I saw this and commented. You guys can let me know in the comments from Salt City Hoops. Shout out to Salt City Hoops. Or Salt City Sports, my bad. Salt City Sports. What was the question again? Clutch shot? Yeah. Game on the line. Who are you taking to take the last shot? You got John Stockton, A, Darren Williams at B, Joe Johnson at C, Bojan at D, Donovan Mitchell at E, and Keontae at F. My comment, which I feel pretty good about it, was that the right answer is John Stockton. But when it's all said and done, Keontae, key clutch, is what I said, may take the crown. I think when it's all said and done, he may be the most clutch player in Jazz history. Not like best guard, best scorer, but like clutch. Sub 2 minute scoring. He might be the best. So that was an argument that was made today. Jazz made a mock draft thing. I don't believe there's really anything to talk about. It's just them going over like all the reports. Is that The Athletic had us taking Darren Peterson, ESPN had us taking Darren Peterson, The Ringer had us taking Darren Peterson, Yahoo Sports had us taking Darren Peterson, Bleacher Report had us taking Darren Peterson, and then CBS Sports has us taking DeBonsa because they now have Darren Peterson going 1 overall. So, yes, pretty much everybody consensus has us taking Darren Peterson, and then CBS Sports has us taking DeBonsa. So, really awesome for us either way. Yeah. That's pretty much it. We're going live for an hour 20. We can wrap it up. This we discussed yesterday. But yeah. RIP to Rick Adelman. Yeah, played for the Jazz. He was a coach for I think like the Kings and Timberwolves, and I can't remember who else. Coached for a lot of different teams, I think. But yeah, he died today. Too bad. We saw this yesterday. Yeah. That's pretty much it, dude. Not a lot else to talk about. Test Up says, I want Darren Peterson badly in the Jazz system, but it's crazy to say that whether it's DP or AJ DeBonsa, that will be the best prospect ever inserted to the Utah Jazz development system. Yup. Either way, it's the greatest prospect we've ever had, which is fucking phenomenal, boys. Phenomenal. Yeah. I think that's all we got, boys. I think that's all we got. Let's see, top 10 young NBA players. Victor 1, Edgecombe. Let's see, Victor 1, Cooper 2, VJ 3, Dyson 4, Keyshawn George 5, Steph Castle 6, Alex Sarr 7, Anthony Black 8, now Keontae at 9, then Jalen Duren at 10. Is this the most fucking stupid list I've ever seen? The FARC list is, yeah, fucking what? That's the worst list I've ever seen. I'm not going to waste my time to comment on that nonsense. Yeah. There we are. I think we got enough out of the stream tonight. Shout out to everybody that's rewatching in the morning. I think I got enough clips that I can probably make some shorts tonight, so expect some shorts or TikToks or whatever. But yeah. We will wrap it up. Don't know why the music stopped, but there we are. Yeah. Thanks for watching, boys. Thanks for hanging out. Little earlier stream than normal. Maybe that's why we had way more viewership. That might be why. So we'll try to keep that up tomorrow. Maybe I'll stream a little earlier just to test it out. But yeah. Thanks for watching. Here's my Twitter. You guys can follow me on Twitter or X, whatever. Link is in the description down below. You can also follow me on TikTok. I've been uploading TikToks, so that's also down in the description below. But yeah. Thanks for watching. Sub to the channel. Smash the like button. Thank you guys for hanging out. We had a peak viewership of 6, which was sick. That's the most I've had in the 3 weeks that I've been streaming. So shout out to you guys for watching. Smash the like button. It really does help. Leave a comment down below who you want the Jazz to draft and who you think the Jazz will draft. Whether that's one answer or two, that's up to you. Let me know in the comments. Yeah, sub to the channel. Turn on the notification bell if you want to like know when I go live or when I upload. But YouTube is kind of weird about that. You don't always get notified, so I would recommend following me on Twitter and turning on the notification bell there, because you will be notified whenever I upload anything. So that's the route if you want to get notified. While we're here, we do it every night. Gonna shout out my Utah Jazz creators. Always will. Hoops Nerd. Shout out James Hansen. He's one of the GOATs. Again, he does lives and videos and everything, so give him a sub. 11,000 subs, so you should know who he is if you're a Jazz media person. So Hoops Nerd, obviously Lock On Jazz. You know David Locke. Salt City Hoops. Shout out Salt City Hoops. Give them a follow. They do good shit. T-Talk. We talked about them last night and the night before. T-Talk. Talon and Ty. They're the GOATs. Good guys. Give them a follow. Utah Jazz DNA. Also, I figured out yesterday. I should turn the music down a little bit. Sorry. Super funny. I don't know how this worked out. Their names DNA, so it's like D and A. It's Darren and AJ. That's their names. So we are drafting either Darren and AJ, and if you watch DNA's Jazz shit, it's either Darren and AJ. So it's kind of funny, a little coincidental there. So give them a follow, give them a watch. They make good shit. So Utah Jazz DNA, of course, the Jazzmen podcast. Give them a watch and a listen. I think they're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, everything. Jazzmen, they're good shit on TikTok, on Instagram, everything. Give them a follow. Spencer, Javin, and Jacob, good shit. And then Jazz Smack, give Jazz Smack a follow. He uploads, looks like once a month, roughly, once every couple months, once every couple weeks, it just depends. But he makes good stuff. Wraith, I forgot about Wraith, dude. Wraith's the GOAT. I've been watching Wraith for a good 2 or 3 years now at this point. Wraith Hoops, if you haven't been watching him. He's from Charlotte, I believe is where he lives, Carolina. But yeah, he makes really good content. He's a Jazz fan from that area. I don't know why. I've never really asked him. I think he was, if I remember correctly, it's because he was a Sexton fan, so we kind of just like followed along. But yeah, give Wraith a follow. He makes really good stuff. He used to stream all the time after games and stuff, so shout out to Wraith. I think it's just Wraith Hoops. Yeah. So follow him. He makes good Jazz content. Obviously, Sporty Spence. I covered him last week. Follow Sporty Spence. He's good shit. And that's about it. That's pretty much all the Jazz content creators that exist. So, again, give them all a follow. It's always appreciated. I'm sure they will love it. You guys will like, if you like my content at all, you'll like theirs way better than mine. I just fuck around, say swear words, and have fun. They actually make quality videos and content that's like worth watching. So if you like what you're seeing here, watch all those channels. They're all better than I am. So once again, thanks for watching. I appreciate you guys. Like, comment, subscribe. You guys know what's up. Follow me on Twitter. Instagram will be out within the next month or two once I get that name change rolling. So is what it is. Appreciate you guys. See you tomorrow.
I'm getting restless sleep. It's how I am when you're gone. But I want you to chase that dream. Then you can come back to me. I know it don't feel right being away for so long, but I'm looking up at night. I'ma keep you closer this time. I don't care if oceans keep us apart, 'cause when it gets too hard, I'm gonna be right there with you. I still say it, but you already know that even on your own, baby, I'm right there with you. Right now you're miles away, but when I close my eyes, I can feel you next to me. Loving you is worth all this time. I know you have that fear, that it's a selfish thing to do, but who am I to stop you now, when this means so much to you? I don't care if oceans keep us apart, 'cause when it gets too hard,